Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Target exclusive Luke Skywalker Death Star Escape from the Star Wars Black Series. Now this guy is a really cool figure, but before we take a closer look at him, let's go ahead and take a look at his packaging. Here it is, pretty standard for what we've seen out of the Black Series. Nice big window here on the front, as well as an image of Luke down here in the corner. Flipping over onto the back, that same image is repeated again, and there is a brief description. And of course, if you'd like to read that, you can go ahead and just pause the video. But anyway, like I said, pretty standard stuff, so let's go ahead and get back to the figure itself here. Now, Luke stands at, let's see, about 5 3/4 inches tall to the top of his helmet, which is really nice because it makes him shorter than your average Stormtrooper. As you can see there's a pretty noticeable difference. That's a really nice touch on Hasbro's part, and it's something that they definitely didn't have to do, but they did, which I really appreciate. This guy has a ton of accessories. We'll go ahead and run through them real quick. We'll start off with the first one, and that is a base. Just like the Jump Trooper from GameStop, he comes with one of these triangle bases, and just like that one from GameStop, I have the same problem with it where it doesn't really grip the feet that well. Honestly, they could have just used the peg holes that are already in the figure and made pegs on the base. So hopefully they'll fix that problem. We'll see, because I do really like when figures come with bases like this. But Hasbro just kind of missed the mark on this one. The next accessory is his blaster. One that we've seen a ton of times, but this one does come with some paintwork on it, which I really appreciate. And of course, if you wanted to, you could put it into the holster on his belt. Just slips right in there like that. The next accessory is his little comm link. It's very, very small, but nicely detailed and nicely painted. It does fit in his hands, which is nice. It slips right in there. And this is nice as well. There's a little spot on his belt where you can clip it in there so that you don't lose it, which I really appreciate. Just a little bit of extra attention to detail, which I really like. And speaking of the belt, one thing I do want to mention is that it does have the grappling hook on it as well, which is really cool. Again, another little bit of attention to detail that I really appreciate. Now, the final accessory is, of course, the helmet, which is removable. This one is fairly well painted. It has the battle damage on there. Not the cleanest in all spots, as you can see. They kind of missed right here, but for the most part, looks pretty good. And then underneath, this is really the biggest change, I would say, from the original Luke and Stormtrooper armor figure, and that is this new head sculpt with the face printing tech. Now, overall, I do think that it looks good. One thing I don't like, though, is that his lips are not completely closed. It's hard to see on camera. So you can see just a little bit of his teeth in there, which does make it look like he's a little bit like buck teeth or something, like a bunny or something. So that's just a little gripe that I have, but overall, looks fantastic. The slick-backed hair and everything looks nice. And the kind of battle damage or trash compactor juice all over his armor does look nice as well. Now, as far as articulation goes, it's pretty standard for what we've seen out of the Black Series. He's got a ball peg with a hinge in the neck, which gives you a really nice range of motion. Ball hinge shoulders, not the greatest range out, but they do swivel 360. Show you that. Then he's got a bicep swivel underneath that with double jointed elbows. Pretty decent range on those. Then he's got hinged wrists with the swivel, and on this hand it runs horizontally through the hand like that, and then on this side it runs vertically through the hand, which is nice. Then he's got a ball hinge here in the torso with a pretty decent range. This is how they made the figure shorter here. As you can see, the torso piece is much smaller than it would normally be on the regular Stormtrooper, but they still maintain the articulation, which I really appreciate. Then he's got T-jointed hips with a really nice range of motion there, and then there's a thigh swivel as well. Double jointed knees, again, excellent range, and then hinged ankles with an ankle rocker. So overall, a really nicely done figure. One thing I absolutely love about this guy is that Not only is he a Luke Skywalker figure, he's also another Stormtrooper to add to your ranks, which I always love. I hate buying doubles of figures, so any way that I can kind of increase my Imperial army without just buying the same figure over and over, I really appreciate. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.